Mm. Good morning, Courtney. How are you doing today?
Okay, how are you?
Okay, good, good. Okay, I just want to take the time to just thank you for coming out. Um, I am a student at Medaille College, um, and this is basically going to be a mock counseling session. I just want to make you aware that I'm not a licensed therapist for now. I am in the journey of becoming a therapist, okay?
Okay.
Um, in the future, towards the end of the session, if you would like some more professional therapy, I can refer you to some counselors that I would suggest. Okay.
Okay.
Um, and this session will be videotaped. It will only be showed to my classmates and my professor. Is that okay with you that I continue to record?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Also, you're over the age of 18?
Yes.
Okay, very good, very good. Um, I also have just a brief consent form, and it's basically just addressing everything that I just spoke with you before, making sure you're of age and that you're willing to participate in this
Okay.
mock session. Okay?
Sure.
Just take a few moments and read over that. And if everything looks good, I'm going to ask that you sign the consent form for me.
Okay.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Courtney.
You're welcome.
Okay, so typically in counseling, uh, you when you come to counseling, you can pretty much talk about anything. Another thing we want to get a handle of is just some feelings, and some people may not be in touch with their feelings, or they may have a bunch of feelings but don't know how to express it or don't know what they're feeling. So, in my office, I will have, if you look over there, you'll see a feelings chart, okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's a little further down. You may not be able to see it, so I do have a feelings charts for you.
Okay.
Just look over the feelings, and as we go through the session, I'll ask you some feelings, and if you can't get the name of the feeling, maybe this chart can further help you get in touch with whatever feeling you're feeling at the moment.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So that's just the feelings part. Again, we'll revisit this. If you know what you're feeling, I suggest you tell me that. Don't try to make a different feeling for what you're feeling. If you have a feeling and you know how to address that, just let me know that.
Okay.
Okay? Okay, so Courtney, tell me a little bit about yourself.
I'm 25.
Okay.
I'm from Rochester, New York, but now
Awesome.
I live in Houston, Texas.
Oh.
And I relocated for my job. I'm a flight attendant.
Oh,
And
awesome.
moving down to Houston, I didn't know anybody, and my classmates, we all kind of made a little bond, like family away from family.
Okay.
And so one of my classmates is my roommate now, currently.
Really?
Yeah, and she's nice and sweet and everything like that, but we just have some minor issues that I'm struggling to deal with.
Okay, okay. So how do you like the Houston weather?
Oh, it's nice. It's
Yeah.
nice. You can't shovel sunshine, so
Right.
yeah, it's a little humid, but it's great.
Okay, big
Yeah.
difference from New York's
Oh
weather to
yeah,
now.
for sure, for sure.
Okay, awesome. So previously you were just kind of mentioning on you moved to Houston
Hmm.
and uh, you kind of remained friends with your classmates
Right.
through the flight attendant
Yes.
program. Okay.
Hmm.
And your roommate is one of your classmates also now.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay, okay. So tell me a little bit about that situation with your roommate. Is that kind of what you want to discuss today?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, okay.
It's overall it's a good relationship, but it's just some minor things that I don't know how to deal with, and it makes me feel uh frustrated
Mm,
that I can't really address some certain situations like how I would with a regular person, because I actually live with her and I go home, and our little apartment is our sanctuary, so I don't really want
right,
any issues,
right.
when it comes to feeling out of place or having no peace inside of our
Right.
little domain.
So you're kind of having that frustrating feeling, as you mentioned, because you don't know how to express yourself to her.
Right.
So it's kind of difficult. You feel like you're walking on eggshells a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What would you like to achieve with your roommate? In other words, say a couple months down the road, where do you see yourself with that roommate, communication wise? Where would you like your relationship to be?
I would like it to be strong and an open relationship. You know,
Okay.
we don't owe each other anything, but it's just the fact that I want her to have my back like how I would have her back in some certain situations. So if we could, just be on the same team on some certain issues, it would be nice.
You're stating that you want her to have your back, like you have her back. Give me a little bit of information on that. Like, give me an example of situations where you felt like she didn't have your back.
It's really small things as far as if I know I'm coming home and she's there, I'll bring dinner for both of us, because I'm not just going to eat in front of her face. I'm going to offer her some food as well. But if she comes home and she has food, she won't offer me any,
So she's not being thoughtful.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. You bring food for the both of you. She, does she ever bring food for you?
She claims to bring food that we can share, but it'll be food that she knows I don't like. So she'll present it to me knowing that I'm not interested in it.
Yeah. So it's basically like she's kind of still just thinking of herself. She's kind of being a little bit selfish. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Courtney, you're very descriptive of your feelings and how you're feeling. And it seems like we got a pretty good set of goals we want to achieve. You basically want to just have better communication with your roommate.
Yeah.
So going back to the communication part, I'm interested to see how the relationship may be better if you take the initiative to maybe have that conversation with her. Okay? Or do you think that it would be a reasonable task for you to do, to just kind of set aside some time with you and your roommate and just kind of discuss these issues? How do you feel that would work out? Do you think that would be reasonable, or?
Yeah, I think it would be possible. I guess I could just bring forth the issue as far as, maybe we can, I don't know, maybe I can either ease up, not being so nice and giving, or maybe I can just tell her that, I feel a little uneasy when she doesn't really reciprocate the love that I show her.
Okay.
And maybe she doesn't even know that I'm bothered by it. So if I just bring it up to her, maybe it'll
absolutely
strengthen our relationship and our communication.
Yeah, I think that's a good start. Common times, people have all these thoughts and emotion in their heads, and if they never verbalize it, they never talk to their significant other, their roommate, their friends, how will they know what's going on?
Yeah.
So I think that's a great step that I want us to do going into the future. The next time, and I don't want to force you into doing anything. I want you to kind of think about ways to communicate what you are feeling or what is bothering you with the roommate, okay?
Okay.
So that's really what I want to work on for now. You can't fault somebody if they don't know what's going on.
Okay.
We'll just kind of do a little rehearsal with that right now. Is that okay?
Okay.
When I was kind of asking you about ways to communicate with her. You kind of seem like not lost, but more so you would want a little more insight on how to communicate with her.
For sure.
Okay. So I just want us together to kind of brainstorm a way that we can kind of talk with our roommate and get to the issues at hand. You know, not go around the bush and really focus on why you feel like she doesn't have your back. What's a question you think that you could kind of open with, or what's a way that you can kind of pull her to the side to discuss this?
Well, I would probably bring it up right when it happens.
Okay.
I probably will just address it so she knows that it's a current issue and not something that I've just been harboring, you know. So when it happens, I'll nip it in the bud then, and I'll probably just let her know, well, you know, I don't like how it makes me feel when you don't think about me in certain situations when I tend to think about you more times than not. And hopefully she'll just be open to it, and you know, and usually she is. She'll apologize, you know, and be more thoughtful afterwards. But
okay, I love the fact that you are kind of saying you're not gonna go into the past, but you're gonna deal with the situation as. I think that's a beautiful, beautiful way to reach out to people, because it's showing, hey, this is what you did wrong, and I don't like it. So I think that's a wonderful start. Okay. Very good job, Courtney. You're very open to change, and I think that's the first step to any counseling. So I want to commend you on that.
Thanks.
Now, for further sessions, if you were to come back and visit me, that's where we would kind of start off. Within that week apart, say for example, if you were to come see me once a week. So within that week apart, I would kind of set the goal with you, like we just discussed, to kind of address your roommate. Let her know what's on your mind. I would want you to kind of look at where she's falling short of not having your back. Use that opportunity, open communication. Okay? So that's where we would be in our next session. I would just kind of ask you how you think that went. Also, I would want to look at other options, other ways to address the problem without being so direct, because we've tried the direct approach. So that's what we will work on for the next session. Okay? So this is kind of wrapping up our first session. Again, I want to thank you so much for coming out. I just want to get a little touch on your feelings at this point. How do you feel from the beginning of the session up until now? Now that we're kind of at the end, we're wrapping things up. How do you feel? Report to me kind of the feelings that comes to your head, and I'll just give you the chart. Like I said, if you know your feelings, don't worry about the chart. That's just there as a guidance to kind of put all your feelings into one word.
Yeah, I feel hopeful. I feel encouraged.
Awesome.
I feel relieved.
Okay.
And, you know, this puts everything in a good mindset for me to approach her. So hopefully she doesn't think that I'm attacking her in any way. I'm just being honest, and these are my true feelings. So
good.
I feel a lot better than when before I had spoken to you.
Awesome. And I just want to commend you, because I notice as you're talking, you're so concerned with her feelings and how she's perceiving it. And I think that's a wonderful, wonderful way to be in addressing anyone. So I want to commend you with that. And I see that this will go well. I don't see why it wouldn't go well, because you're concerned about her feelings. So good job for that. I don't think that's anything that you're making up. I just feel like that's just you. You're just concerned with others. So, next session, that's where we'll start off, okay? So that's kind of like your homework for now. Have that conversation with your roommate. Open that door to the open communication. I am just a student now at the Medaille College. The program is mental health counseling. It's a graduate program. I'm on the road to becoming a therapist. I'm not a therapist. I appreciate your time. And like I did state earlier, if you would like some more professional counseling, I can refer you and get you some information on that. All right?
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, thank
Great.
you so much, Courtney.